Good morning, everyone. I'm Gaurav Visa from InCred Equities. Nifty has been going higher in line with expectations from 25,000, 24,500, 600. We have seen a very strong momentum sort of coming in. And once it closed about 25,000 mark, it witnessed another push, which was again in line with the expectations that the call writers at 25,000 strike would be forced to cover their positions, and that was seen happening. Nifty has set to form a fresh swing high of 25,500. Nevertheless, the structure remains positive. Nifty is now trading above Ichimoku cloud on daily charts, again showing that finally the momentum is again picking up. Is the worst over for the index? Difficult to say. On a very immediate term, we may see downside, but if somebody has a 3 month, 4 month horizon, then yes, it seems that we should not be making a move towards 24,000 now. Why is it that I'm not too confident at the current juncture? A simple reason: 25,500 is a falling trend and resistance area. We have seen multiple times rejection happening from this particular zone. Until the time this is not conquered, I don't think it would be wise to preempt or anticipate a move about that. And for that very reason, I feel that yes, there can be more upside. But since we have closed around 25,300, the movement that we're talking about is just 1% away, less than a percent away. So let us wait. If there's a breakout happening, buy about it. Then in all likelihood, we'll make a fresh lifetime high within a month. On the other hand, there are different things that have lined up. So one would be how the quarterly numbers are seen this time around. We'll have decent number of companies coming out with the quarterly numbers in the next couple of weeks. Second, on a very immediate basis, the fresh tweets or the fresh tariff imposed by US on the Chinese market and the expected, uh, I would say, outcome from the Chinese officials as well. That has spooked the markets. US markets were down 2.5% or 3% on Friday's trade. However, the recent communication coming that there might be a patching up that can happen. That has resulted in Dow futures rising by 400 points, almost a percent. I was just checking how the Asian markets are doing. So Hang Seng is down 1%, 1.2%. Same is the case with Shanghai, Kospi for that matter. So the point that I'm trying to make is we may not see a very strong gap down opening. Of course, there will be downsides in the opening hours because we have seen momentum already in the index as well as some of the stocks. But if you look at GIFT Nifty, it's pointing towards 90 points cut as we speak. So in all likelihood, we'll open on a mild gap down note. A good point to buy would be around 25,000, which we have repeated on multiple times in the past morning calls. Any dip towards 25,000 can be bought into target of 25,500, keeping stop loss of 110 points. Once it closes about 25,500, we'll review and then buy for another 1,000 points upside. That will from my side. Thank you.
Investments in securities market are a subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.